welcome to another episode of YouTube channels for EFL teachers. Today, we want to tell you about the kids channel from the creators of How It Should Have Ended. We also like the original channel, which features animated cartoons with alternative endings for movies that probably all of your students have seen, and you can definitely use that with higher level students. But today, we wanted to focus on young learners. There are two playlists we love using with our young learners: silly songs and fixed fairy tales. Let's start with songs. Let me play you a little bit of a silly song from this channel. And my question for you is, how would you use it in class?
Round and around and around and around we go. Round and round, round and round, round and round we go. Round and around and around and around and around and around we go. Round and round, round and round, round and round we go. Round and around and around and around.
Okay, for me, one idea would be to give the kids a break, so have them stand up and dance around while we listen to this song. And of course, they can sing along if they want to, whether this is a Zoom class or a face-to-face class. So one way of exploiting the video doesn't need a lot of language and can be done with super beginners as well. But it's also possible to exploit the story which the song tells by, for example, asking students to predict what is going to happen at the end, as you saw in the interactive video quiz, as the big bad wolf is getting ready to eat Little Red Riding Hood. I'm not going to give it away here, but we'll link an interactive ISL Collective video quiz in the description so you can check out for yourself. The other playlist from this channel is called Fixed Fairy Tales, where the creators have made an animated cartoon illustrating how they think some of the fairy tales should have ended. I wanted to share some tips about how I use these videos with my young learners, focusing on the story of the three little pigs. The first thing I always do is activate background knowledge that I know my students have, because they are familiar with the story of the three little pigs in their own language. Kids are wonderful because they're actually okay with not understanding every word, but we know that listening to something is so much easier if you first think about everything you already know connected to what you're going to hear, right? Depending on the level of my students, this can happen in English with the help of some screenshots, or sometimes in their first language if that seems more appropriate. The key thing is that after this, they are going to be more primed, in a better position to understand the video. Another thing I love using these stories for is to help convey the meaning of new words and expressions. There is so much information in the story about materials, what they look like, how strong they are, etc. So especially in a multilingual class whose English is, not very strong, and so L1 equivalents are not really an option, visual clues can be super helpful when teaching new language. Finally, because I believe in giving students a chance to be autonomous and creative whenever possible, and I'm a big fan of task-based learning, I often ask them to make their own fairy tales with their own alternative endings, which is a lot of fun and also great for their language development. They can even create their own free interactive video quiz at islcollective.com for other students to do. Or sometimes one group of students will make the movie and another group of students will create the video quiz. And that works well in my experience too. Well, that's it for today. We hope you like the ideas and get to try some of them with your young learners. We'll be back soon with another teacher training video. Till then, take care and happy interactive video quizzing. Bye!